Do you prefer to be called an engineer or producer, or either one?
It's the same thing. It ends up being the same thing.
Well, why don't we start there? Why is an engineer or a producer the same thing?
Did you click on?
Oh, so, because I don't know how to work a lavalier mic.
Very nice. Okay. Everybody in the room ends up being a producer, and that's really the truth. There is the named producer, and that person is going to make a lot of money. They're going to have royalties on the record, and they're going to receive a lot of accolades if it does well. They're also going to receive the wrath of the industry if it fails. But really, once you start making records, you realize everybody in there has to be the producer. I started my career in the recording industry, exposed to some very powerful producers, some very wealthy and successful producers, and saw all the good things they did and also the bad things. But one thing that I noticed regularly was that what they didn't allow was the artist to produce themselves. And I always felt like a little humbled that I had ever had success, so that I thought, well, the last thing I would ever want to do is make an artist feel as though I knew some secret in there, or I had some knowledge that they would not be allowed to have for themselves. And so I felt very sure that given any authority in the room, I would make the artist feel part of the production. Then I started to realize that the artist really was the producer too, and that I had information that they needed, and I had organizational skills that would be handy for them, and I understood things that they needn't cloud their minds with about budgets, about dealing with the administrators at labels, about scheduling and booking studios. So I thought, well, the artist has to learn how to be the producer too, and then they have to teach me how to be a songwriter and a record maker. So in that way, I found that being a producer and an engineer and a mixer are the same things. And so even now, if I'm approached to produce a record, I insist that it's a co-production with me and the artist. And that way, if it fails, also we stand hand in hand together to say, we did this together. I didn't do this to the artist. And if it does really well, the artist can feel very empowered to walk up to the console and say to an engineer that may be being bossy or challenging, I don't like what you're doing to my vocal. Let me see the EQ. No, don't turn that off. I don't want that on there. I got to record Neil Young once, which was a thrill. And he was so well versed in recording. It almost made me cry because he's a hero. But then he also was like, "What you got?" And the voice, I'm like, "Well, we're using an API. I like them 560s buttons with an 8K." And like he talked to me in my language, and I found that very impressive. That such a titan also knew all about the compressors that were being used, and knew how to talk to me in a language that I could understand. And so yeah, producer, artist, recordist, mixer, A&R representative, it's all really, whoever's sitting in that room and is willing to spend 14 hours in there is a producer.
There you go.